An old man waits and pays attention. Like seed waiting in winter soil for spring and warmth and life, Simeon is waiting and paying attention. Simeon's been waiting a long time, a lifetime of waiting and paying attention. Waiting for emancipation, liberation, salvation, not just for himself, but for his people, his nation. Simeon is old and is still waiting and still paying attention. Then one day somehow he knows that this is it, the end of waiting, fulfillment, completion beckon. Up the hill to the temple in Jerusalem, into the outer courts where there's always crowds milling around, looks about, scanning the mass of people there. He sees a child, a baby, cradled in his mother's arms. At that moment, Simeon knows that whatever is coming, he's not going to be around to see it. Emancipation, liberation, salvation, not till the baby becomes a man. By then, Simeon will be long gone. But he takes the baby in his arms, raises his face towards heaven, and says, I'm ready to go. I've seen all I need to see. For Simeon, his life from birth to death is not a story, but a chapter. He has reached the end of the chapter, but not the end of the story. The story goes on. The child will become a light, a glory, not just for Simeon's people, but for all peoples, all nations. 30 years later, when perhaps even Simeon's children are dead, that baby, now a man, starts a new story, a story that is still being written. Advent, the weeks before Christmas, weeks to wait and pay attention, to think about a story that is bigger than our own and ponder what our part might be in it. Too easily, my story becomes the only story, the only one that matters to us. When it does, we live in permanent disappointment. When we learn to wait and pay attention, we may perceive a bigger story and begin to ponder our part in it. The result? Emancipation, liberation, salvation.